Hey everybody, welcome back at our continuing look at our playthrough of the Advanced Tobruk System from Critical Hit Incorporated. We're doing the scenario Pebbles in the Stream from the game Panther Line, and we are moving into the beginning of the German turn 2. Went through, read the rules, a couple of rules clarifications and updates. I do want to point out real quick, I wasn't sure exactly how infantry on vehicles while they're being transported interacted and how they got off. Come to find out, infantry can dismount from vehicles only if the vehicle had assault moved and the vehicle is done moving for the turn. So, if we remember, this vehicle up here got the M kill because I was an idiot and drove through the wire. It was doing regular move or assault move. So since it technically had stopped, the infantry could have unloaded, which they did, and then they advanced to there. Broken units automatically dismount from transports the moment they're broken, so we did that right in the two locations that it happened there. These guys down here, hopefully you can see this on the actual video, that were riding this tank, since they did not declare that they were getting off when the vehicle was done moving, they could not have infiltrated into there, so we did that right. And one thing a couple turns ago I did a little bit wrong when the Pack 40 fired at the T-34-85 over here, and since it was carrying passengers, I did it correct that the infantry had to dismount because anytime a vehicle is hit with a 20mm or larger weapon, the infantry must automatically dismount. What I was wrong on the actual infantry fire table that they take, I rolled on the 14, which is what the 76mm rolls on. Unfortunately, since it's an armor-piercing round and not high explosive, I should have rolled on the infantry fire table what the difference between the penetration and the armor of the vehicle, or where I hit on the vehicle was, which was 1, which I should have rolled on the 1 infantry column. Which was okay because I think I rolled like a 9 and nothing happened to it anyways. So pretty much I kind of did everything the way I was supposed to. May have not gotten there the exact right way, but we got there. So here we are starting with the German turn 2, and it is looking a little bit grim for the... the other thing. The heroic leader that I rolled for up here that's riding this tank, they actually, leaders can go heroic, so I did that correct as well. But yeah, things are looking a little bit grim for the Germans. We got Soviet infantry and armor all up in their grill. All right, and you know what I've been also forgetting to do is some of the vehicles have got special ammunition. Pack 40 has some special ammunition. It has APCR rounds. So, with the Germans, what we're going to start off with is we're going to activate the Pack 40, and we are not going to fire at the T-34-85 way down the field, but we are going to fire at the T-34-76 right in front of them. So, the acquisition marker goes away, because I'm no longer firing at that target. Already looked at the modifiers and everything. It's a base to hit of 8. The vehicle is not in continued motion from last turn, so it's stopped. It's a regular sized target. Need no modifiers, yada 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 yada. I need an 8. And we got a 10. Pooh. Really hoping that I'd be able to hit with that. Not good. All right. Well, then we'll just go ahead, mark them as fired. All right. This entire stack can't do anything because they're all either broken, surrendered, or just being badly, badly hurt. So, all right, we'll go ahead and go to this infantry up here in these in the hedgerows, and they're going to go ahead and pour machine gun fire. Now, if you're an ASL player, Advanced Squad Leader player, you may be questioning how this unit can see down to here because of the line of sight. You can only have a line of sight if you have a contiguous hex rows of decreasing slope values. Well, ATS has this little terrain feature right here that is not featured in ASL, and it's basically called a hillock, and it allows a contiguous line of sight down a slope as long as it passes through one of these. So normally, if this was a ASL map, this would be a blind hex to here just because of the pancake effect. And it's, you know, not got the sloping going for it. But since the line of sight passes through this hillock, it actually does maintain a contiguous line of sight. So I actually can fire on them. And it's a 6 firepower, so... Trying to find a decent place to put my glass, but I'm having a hard time with it. 2! Ooh! 2 on the 6 column. We actually managed to hit something. Maybe turning around for the Germans now. That is a C2. So we don't want to wound the leader. So we're going to go ahead and place both casualties on him, which will flip him over. Now morale, the leader always has to check morale first. So it is an 8 minus 2 for the casualties suffered this turn is a 6. Plus 1 for the tank next to it is a 7. Got a 5, they're okay. And the infantry is a 6 minus the 2 casualties they suffered. 6, 5, 4. Plus 2 for the officer. 5, 6. Plus 1 for the tank is a 7. And they got a 5 as well. They are good to go. All right. And since we reduced a full squad to a half squad, that counts as 1 point towards our escalation meter. Go ahead and mark that down on my little chart. All right, what do these guys want to do? We got a Panzer Shrek. Panzer Shrek, I believe, is going to go ahead and pop around into that T-34. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's take a look. Light anti-tank weapons, if I can actually find the chart, because that's always buried someplace that you wouldn't think. All right, range of 2, I need a 5. Normal size vehicle, no modifiers, no movement, no nothing. Yep. It's a straight up 5. Nope, missed with that. Pooh. And so what we are going to do, though, is that the 2 infantry squads are also going to fire at this little half squad that's almost dead right here. So since one of the squads actually fired the support weapon, their actual firepower is reduced by 1. That's one thing you always got to remember with the crew-served weapons. If a squad is carrying it, you actually reduce their firepower for 1 for every crew-served weapon they're carrying. So instead of a 12, they've actually got a firepower of 11. And there is no 11 column. So it will go down to the 10 column. Which is okay because there's no 12 column either. So, let's see. They're in the open, no modifiers, yada, 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 straight across roll. So, on the 10 column, we get a 2. Boy, German Lanciers know how to shoot stuff. It just seems their anti-tank weapons don't. That is a C3, which this is a reduced squad. With 1 casualty step already on it, it can only take 1 step, so all 3 of them go into that and completely eliminate said unit. Now, since that is a half squad that was destroyed, that counts as 2 points on our escalation. So let's go ahead and mark that down on my little chart. All right. Got that right there. We got right here. We got the Panzerfaust. We got a mini machine gun. Who do they want to shoot at? Let's go ahead and take a pot shot at these guys right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's a normal range. So it's 6, and then the 8 for the machine gun. So 14. It is NCO directed, which is a -1, but the target is in shell holes, which I believe is good cover. Let me check that real quick. Let's see. Shell hole. You'd think. Shell hole. Good cover, so that is a +1. So it's an even straight up roll on the 14 table. We got a 3. Okay, German infantry can hit shit. Their armor, their anti-tank weapons can't. I would send them to the Eastern Front, but they're kind of already there. So that is a C3. So they take 3 step losses. First step inflicts a casualty. Second step flips them. Third step inflicts another casualty. So now they have to make a morale check. There's 6. -1 for the casualty is 5. Minus another 3 for the casualties they took this turn, which makes it a 2. Don't think that squad's gonna make it. Although, you know, I've been wrong before. That's why I like rolling the dice. 5. Okay, yeah, they're broken. No big surprise there. And you know what? The medium machine gun, it's got a rate of fire of 2. So it's going to go ahead and fire its second rate of fire. So it's going to roll in the 8 column. NCO, foxhole, or shell hole. It's a straight up test. Or straight up roll. 7. Uh-oh, I don't think that's going to get anything. On the 8 column, it is a nothing. Too bad. I was hoping to clear that out. But it was a full squad reduced to a half squad, which is 1 more point on the escalation table. All right. Getting down to the last little bit. What the Germans can do. Actually, yeah, pretty much that's all the Germans can do, except for turn 2, their armor comes on. Now, pretty much anything that comes on is automatically going to be spotted just because this vehicle's up here, so I've got nothing over here to hide, plus anything that comes over here is going to be line of sight spotted anyways. So my dummy tank counters aren't really going to do much good for me. Those guys way over there. So, and I am just realizing my battery light is blinking at me. So what we're going to do is we're going to break right here, recharge the battery, and come back, bringing on the German armor. Hang tight, folks. And here we are after recharging the battery, at least recharging enough to hopefully finish off the video today. Yeah, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not a professional, nor am I a clever man. You'd think I would check that type of stuff beforehand, since this is not the first time I've done this. Anyways, so we have pretty much German reinforcements coming on. I have no idea what they are, because they all have their fog of war side on. So, and I have no idea which force of Germans I'm going to be getting. So, you know, let's just go ahead and start, throw them straight into the fray. Let's bring this guy on right here. Moves into the line of sight, so we automatically loses the fog of war. And, oh, there it is. It is a BZ-5G. It's the Panther. And there's only one of them. So that means these two fog of wars are dummy counters. All right. That is actually a little bit nice, because I need that big gun from the Panther. Take a look at its stat card real quick. It's kind of a beefy vehicle. So it's got some good armor, except for the size. It's got some good armor penetration with its 70. What is that? That's a 75A. So, alright, so it moves on. Unfortunately, it does trip opportunity fire from the T-34. So the T-34 will go ahead and take an opportunity fire shot at it. And why not? So it's a 76B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes. 76B at 6 hexes is a 8 to hit. The Panther is a large vehicle, so it is a -1 on the dice roll. So I need a 9. Oh, let's see. I think the only other thing would be that it's a moving vehicle. And that would be silly table. Covered arc, burst our target, assault fire, vehicle suppressed, elite tank commander. Is there no running assault movement? That's personnel targets. There's no terrain cover. Oh, moving vehicle, +2. So we're looking at a 7 for the T-34-76 to hit. And we got a 3, which is a hit. I need to roll location, which is a 4, which I believe is going to be the upper hull. A turreted vehicle, it is the upper hull. So we take a look at the Panther. Panther's upper hull front. Whoops, that's Panzer IV-J. Let's make sure we have the right vehicle. There we go. Upper hull is a 16. The T-34-76C. Armor penetration at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes is unfortunately a 7. So that shell is just going to bounce right off the front of that armor. Not good. The T-34 commanders are shaking in their boots. Where's the 85? Here's the 76. 76, we know 185 is... Oh, is that the other one? Is that the one? Oh, that is the one that broke down. No, that's a C. Ah, there's the 85. It's up there about to escape off the edge. Because really the 85 is about the only thing that can probably hurt the Panther head on. So, you know what? The Panther is just going to move on, stop there. Because if it keeps moving, it's going to attract more fire. And it is going to assault fire. So it's range of 6 with a 76A. A is the best classification of weapon you can get. At 6 hexes, I need an 8. I'm moving 3. Target state, no target state. It's not moving, it's not cover, anything like that. So I need a 3 to hit. And we have a 4. But I have an elite tank commander. Germans do get 1 elite tank commander, and that gives me a +1. So, woohoo! I do manage to hit. Yay! All right, so the Panzer IV-G, it's known as the Panther, at a range of 6 hexes. Actually, it's going to be under the 10 column, so the armor penetration is a 17. Let's see where we end up hitting. 9. I believe that is going to be the lower hull. That is the lower hull. So the front lower hull, the T-34-76, is an 11 versus the armor penetration is 17. The difference is +6. And we look on our chart. Now the chart, I do want to get this in here. See if I can get this in here. Where is it? Right here. If you notice, the chart only goes up to +5 and anything greater. But if we're looking, we're good, pretty good chance of doing something to the vehicle. As long as we don't roll a 10. Which, the way my anti-tank has been working today, I probably will roll a 10. Hey, 5, alright. What do we get off of a 5? That is a flat-out K-kill. And a K-kill is different than an M-kill or an F-kill. An M-kill is a mobility kill. F-kill is a fire kill. K-kill is a dead tank. Now, let's go ahead and see if I can find one of my dead tank markers. But it does not burn, because we didn't roll it. So we'll go ahead and remove the tank and replace it with a dead tank commander. Or a dead tank. Go ahead and set that off to the side. And it is a tank that has been destroyed. So that counts as 5 points to the escalation chart. We're up to 13 so far. It's actually not too bad. And honestly, that's all that the Germans have. The Panther can't move anymore. because, well, it shot. Well, actually, no, it could continue assault moving. Since it's doing assault, you can shoot at any point during the turn. So 1 point to move on. Do I want to keep moving, though? No, I think sitting in this corner is probably the best thing for him. So we'll just remain sitting in the corner. So now the Germans have got some morale checks and rally checks to make. Let's see, those guys are all good. Those guys are all good. Those guys are good. Unfortunately, right here is the big problem. Because we've got a surrendered unit, and we've got a couple broken units. Let's flip him back over. All right. NCOs, non-coms, all that other good stuff has to roll first. So we're looking at a 6. Unfortunately, we've got morale support range that we have to worry about. And so it's -1 for the infantry and -1 for the tank. I believe it's -1 for the tank. Check my morale support table. Each AFV, each enemy AFV. Yep, -1. So 6, 5, 4, and he can't use his own modifier on himself. So let's see if we can rally him. 4, he makes it. That's actually pretty damn good. Woohoo! All right, so that marker is going to get removed. Okay, so we've got 6 for the infantry, -1 because of the casualties. 5, 6 for the leader. 5 for the enemy infantry, 4 for the enemy tank. So they're looking at a 4 as well to rally. And they do not rally, so they remain broken. And now, oops, let's get the casualty marker in there. The surrendered unit has to roll to see if it gets back into at least a broken status. So we've got a 4, 5 for the NCO, 4 for the squad, 3 for the tank. And that is a 0. Uh-oh. Let's see. 0, roll it again. Nope. No heroic. So they actually will end up surrendering, which eliminates them. And that is a 2-step unit. So that adds another 2 points to our escalation. Well, at least the leader. It's not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oops, that fire marker should have been removed last turn. And actually, I think we're looking at everything's done for the Germans. So remove all fired and movement markers. And the only thing we have left to do now is to roll for the actual escalation itself. Well, taking a look at my chart, we've got 15 points on the escalation. The grand total of step points that we have in the scenario is 77. So basically, we're looking at 20%. We've hit 20% casualties already. And looking on the escalation table, the 20% is a 15 or less. So we're going to roll percentile. We're going to be rolling green as the 10s. 16, almost. We almost did escalation. Nice. All right, well, that is the end of turn 2, and we're going to be moving into the Russian beginning of turn 3 when we come back in our next video, and hopefully it won't take me too long to get around to doing that. Looks like the Soviets are probably going to be getting at least one vehicle off those. I don't know what those 76s will do. Those 76s, they might... Now they're going to have to stick around and try to incur some more casualties, because straight up point-wise, the Soviets can't win if they just rush everything off. The points just aren't there victory-wise, so they're going to have to kill some stuff. So it looks like they're going to be staying on board, more than likely. T-34-85 way back here is probably going to be dueling with the Panther. Right there. And the T-34-76s here are probably going to try to clear out as much infantry as they can. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Still not sure I mean, these guys are definitely going to get off. I don't want to mess around with them. Try to at least score some easy Soviet victory points there. So yeah, I think we're going to call it good for turn 2, and we're looking to heading into turn 3. And I will see everybody next time. Keep watching. Subscribe. Questions, comments, complaints. You know how to get a hold of me. I'll talk to everybody later. Bye.